timed that pretty well, didn't I? It's okay. I'm just glad no one was hurt.
Paimon noticed you doing something too, Dainsleif. Were you helping get—
Of course. When I asked Nefer to conduct this I had a duty to ensure your safety.
Good to know your sense of justice.
I take that to mean that you saw the truth.
I certainly did. And thanks to your help, I also—
Whoa, really? How'd you—
Well, to be honest, I sensed that something was wrong by using this fragment to probe into Rerir's past. Well, the monster formerly known as Rerir. It seems I alerted him. I was tracking him. Then he caught on and started—
But how did he track you through your thoughts alone?
Rerir was a secret agent who reported directly to the Vinster King. He is an—
No wonder.
He infiltrated the chess set, read my thoughts, and built a new virtual chess set inside of it. That's why we weren't able to leave at first.
Speaking of your chess set, it's quite a remarkable item.
You overestimate me. I only have a connection with one of his underlings, the Ibis King. You all saw how this came to be. A long time ago, the Eab massacred my tribe, the Shimti. The Unut and the Eab fought a bitter battle over the rights to a well, all for the sake of a non-existent 50 million Mora. The Eab ultimately won that confrontation. The final blow to the Eab came at the victory feast, when an Unut assassin beheaded their chief right before my eyes. Having gotten my revenge, I returned to my hometown, where to my surprise, the nearby temple was still standing. There it was. As I stood there gazing at the temple, I noticed a cat just outside. This cat, as it turned out, this chess set is my gift from the Ibis King. The chessboard within is made to the same— With this chessboard in its container, I gained a certain ability to perceive hidden secrets. Now, every god plays favorites. Their hearts are as fickle as any human's, full of secrets, perversions, egotism.
It is the same with all powerful forces, including fate itself.
If you're alluding to the Abyss, then yes, I gather the others. It's time to share everything. Thank you all for being here. As promised, I did some further investigating into the Reicher of Solnari's background. The Reicher of Solnari, real name Rerir, was once a Khanrian sub—
So that's why he's so obsessed with the moon.
A tragic tale, to be sure. But, no matter how much Rerir suffered in the past, the fact remains that he is what we know today as the Wild Hunt. He becomes more dangerous with each passing day. If left unchecked, it is simply a matter of time before all of Teyvat suffers the consequences.
A question for Miss Columbina. Forgive me if this is presumptuous, but have you ever seen the spatial gateway that appears?
Never. But I have heard stories of something called the Moon Gate.
Miss Lauma, any thoughts on
In the lore of the Frost Moon Scions, the moon is believed to hold many secrets. The term Moon Gate is one I have heard before. But as is the case with all of our legends,
Then back to Miss Columbina. As a moon goddess yourself, do you have some idea?
Not at this stage, sorry. I do hold the power of the Frost Moon, and my strength—
But there's more to the power of the Frost Moon than that?
Yes. A moon goddess has the right to open the Moon Gate, since it is a path to the moon. But as Nefer mentioned, holding up— And right now, I need to conserve my energy to fight the Reicher of Solnar.
I agree. Better to save your strength. But if you'll humor me for a moment, I have a bold conjecture of my own regarding the world beyond. I highly suspect that neither Tholindis nor Harir made it through unscathed. With the abyssal power he wields, no ordinary foe can touch him, let alone tear him to shreds. And yet, the wild hunt proliferates wherever his scattered fragments.
So your theory is that Rerir was physically torn to shreds by some powerful force? Hence, why the wild hunt...
Makes sense to me. Explains why the wild hunt is so pervasive, and why he's been trying to
Without the power of the Abyss on his side, he almost certainly would have perished the moment he was torn apart. But
I could not agree more. The power of...
It is a compelling explanation, and one that accords with my present understanding of Abyss creatures. Whether the life form in question is primitive or advanced, if a curse has extended its life, this raises some interesting questions. I will run some experiments. That being said, regardless of whether my research bears fruit, I would like to thank Miss Nefer for conducting...
My pleasure, Mr. Albedo. I too hope that the information I have shared today proves you...
Hey! What is it, Dainsleif? You look really upset.
It's just... when I think of...
The two of you used to be friends, didn't you? I don't know if these words will bring any
Mine too. We can never know all the hows and whys of the way things are. The moon and stars are full of untold secrets and lies. And
Those are the first comforting words I've heard in a long time.
well, I think this is a good place to end today's meeting. I'm sure...
That's very thoughtful.
Of course.
Sounds good to me. Take some time to rest and digest before... Hey, is this a bad time? Nice room.
Why not? It's just a hotel room.
If it's all the same, I'll just stay out here. I might not look the part, but I'm Anyway, Nefer went back to the curatorium to get some rest. Firstly, although she managed to trap the Raker of Solnari inside her chest set, there's no guarantee that the power of the Ibis... It's only a matter of time before he finds a way to break out. We have to come up with a plan.
Honestly, my mom figured that might be the case.
Well, I asked her that same question. She felt like some kind of sales pitch, you know? The kind where you end up handing over more...
2 days? Holy moly! Can we even...
That remains to be seen. Which brings me to the second issue. Dainsleif is obviously conflicted about this whole thing. You have some history with him, right? Do you think maybe you could talk to him? Great. All right, on to item 3. So, Albedo, Durin, and I put our heads together. We figured we'd bounce the idea off you first. We'll explore it further once everyone's recovered.
Oh, Paimon's dying to hear this.
All right, so... We felt a little uneasy about roping you into this. I mean, firstly, you're not locals, and secondly, none of us are your...
Roping us in? Why would you even say that? We know the stakes here. It's all of us.
I choose my words very intentionally, I'll have you know. I like to think there's an art to striking a...
Sir Varka, I have a few thoughts about this.
I'm all ears.
I think we can be more flexible with how the roles are allocated.
I see your point, yeah. But if that's how... To be clear, I don't doubt your abilities. Far from it. I just want to make sure. Are you...
I want to do everything within my power. The Rahier of Solnari is a truly fearsome...
Well, that tracks with what I've heard. Jean's mentioned in her letters that you're so diligent it's almost... As in, most people weigh up the risks and rewards in situations like this. But you seem to Of course, everyone appreciates a fearless pioneer. But all that aside, I'm the Grand Master.
Thank you, Sir Varka.
I should be the one thanking you. It means a lot to have you on board.
El eco del destino. Discute un plan con los demás. Vamos a discutir un plan con los demás. Vénganse, ¿quién está aquí?
This is a thorough plan, but I do have one last question before we take action.
Great question. Albedo's been hard at work analyzing Rarer and the Wild. Firstly, from the earliest known confrontation until now, Rarer has never displayed any ability to mend. Secondly, he seems to have a particularly strong vendetta against our group. If we put him in a fight-or-flight situation. Thirdly, finally, and most importantly, turns out we tick both of those boxes. We have a reincarnated moon in our ranks, and a spy who accessed.
As someone who's had their fair share of interactions with the Wild Hunt.
Understood. Then
Well, everyone, that's the plan in full detail. Albedo.
Plan approved. Schedule.
Okay, any firepower you need, I got you covered.
the Frost Moon Scions are behind.
And the rest of you? No objections? All right, then it's settled. This is the plan we're going.
Wait, we can.
Everyone says things they regret, right? I don't want anyone feeling trapped because their mouth said yes.
A very people-first approach. I hear that's common.
Who'd you hear of?
Shh. We don't use people's real names at work.
This plan can only work if everyone does their part.
We shall indeed. You'll be glad you also. You are the last person I expected.
It's not often I get called Dory in a work context. My peers usually. So, the longer your name. In that case, Mr. Flint's here must be worth a fortune.
The walls are thin here. I'd appreciate you keeping.
Okay, fine. Ugh, I'm actually only here as a favor for someone else. Oh, does this mean someone out there? It most certainly does not. We have a long-standing and mutually beneficial business. Said Mom supplied me with a great little trinket, but now that lady's ruined everything.
Okay. So what exactly is so
It's a lucky charm that a great mage made for me. We have a business relationship, and she was worried that something bad might happen to me. I finally got it all fully charged up with Kuvaki, and then never went and used it.
You're right. It was all my fault. I didn't mean to.
You will? What?
I knew you'd say that. It's a very useful thing to have around. But I have a funny...
Looks like...
Hey, don't be so pessimistic. See this through and you never know.
Vale, dice, busca a Dory. Vamos con Dory. Ah, mira, acá está la Dory.
Dory! How are things going? Feeling ready? Oh, I was born ready. We only have 2 days. You think... Don't forget, when something's in high demand, the people with the goods on hand get to charge the highest price of... Ta-da! See? It's right here. Ah, it's so pretty. Did you make it? No, I have a supplier. Aha! No wonder you were talking about lucky charms at the meeting. That's not the full story. It actually started a while. Mage Alice once warned me that this world won't stay safe forever. There may come a day when I passed this on to the Dendro Archon, and she secretly brought together a research team made up of Sumeru's top scholars to invent a technology that could keep people safe. Anyway, point being, it was the Dendro Archon who asked Kaveh to build this little contraption. As one of the top Kasharawar, took him long enough. He stressed over it for ages. Must have gone through at least a dozen designs before Marak delivered it to me a couple of days ago, along with a letter from Kaveh. Could I ask why I'm sending this technology to you? So nosy.
Surely Nahida must have told him you were involved in this project. He was probably just nervous, because you're always so...
Could be. Anyway, I just replied, let's hope there never had...
Fair enough. But it sounds like he was just being cautious.
Or maybe he was asking as a favor for his housemate. He's done that before. Not sure. Either way, all's well that ends well. I'm just glad to finally have my hands on the product. Huh? What does that...
Paimon's just super surprised.
Well, a long time ago, I made a promise to myself. I promised there are always gonna be times in life when you have to give something back. Alice has been a huge help to me over the years. She was the first investor I have, and more than that. No one knows what the future will bring. Whatever happened... Oh, that? I was just... Don't be thinking it was some sort of benevolent act. My priority is doing the business that I want to do. So long as my conscience lets me, but...
Alright, if you say so.
I do say so, and that's the whole point. I'm a businesswoman. Don't go trying to figure out what kind of... Oh, and could you two help me get this stuff where it needs to be? Thanks so much. You're my...
Busca Albedo y Durin. Vamos con Albedo y Durin.
Traveler, Paimon.
Everything going smoothly?
Sort of. As you're probably aware, per the plan, we dissected and analyzed some samples of these creatures.
What? You can actually...
That depends on your definition of wild hunt.
Harmless, lifeless.
The wild hunt is an interesting phenomenon. In and of itself, it doesn't seem to possess anything akin to... Master griped a lot about the wise Horoptotire, and seemed somewhat fascinated with the foul certology. But I don't think that was because of his lower social standing, though. Anyway, it's a pity. I should like to hear her thoughts on... It's a strange mix. The furious energy of an abyssal being, channeled through a fractured physical existence. Perhaps the only explanation for his survival in this state is that he sacrificed... Oh, sorry. Once I get talking about interesting... Back to our research findings. Essentially, they confirm my hypothesis. Rarear's... You could think of this as Rarear in mutated form. But in my view, even that would be inaccurate. Unfortunately, at present, we have no means of completely...
Oh, that's terrible news! So, that's it?
Miss Columbina's situation is a difficult one. She can never achieve wholeness. It's as if her creator banished her to a place she can never be accepted. It means she spends most of her energy just on her...
Given the circumstances, it's only natural to despair. But time to kick off the backup plan.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! This is for you. Dory asked us to bring it.
Ah, how wonderful. Well, thank you for making the...
I'm sorry I won't be there to protect you in person this time.
All right, then.
Está en clave en la carcha acá abajo. Vámonos para allá. Ah, mira, un mirador. Por aquí, por el puentecito nos vamos. Enclávele una escarcha. Mira esos pajaritos. Qué bellos. Ah, lo pisé. Vamos, aquí está, mira. Aquí están todos.
Miss Lauma, is everyone here?
Yes. The fate of my flock is in your hand.
My lady.
Within the next 24 hours, we will face the biggest crisis. This is not a burden that we deserve to bear. But I believe that we reap what we sow in this life. So I intend to act for me. This gentleman is the Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius, Varka, Knight of Boreas.
Hey everyone, guess I should introduce myself. Biggest strengths are honesty and hard workingness. Anyway.
Vale.
Something on your mind?
Miss Columbina, was it? I believe.
That's right. Names are funny things.
Yes. I take it you're.
I have a different relationship with names than other people. To be honest, but it's what everyone calls me, and I go along with it. A lot of my life has been. I never used to think much about where names come from, or what they mean to people.
You're different from other people.
You're more perceptive than most. I'm sure. Do you ever find yourself missing?
Difficult to answer. I have dreamed of the past many, many times. Sometimes I'm fighting tooth and nail. I don't recall any happy moments from that time.
Is that because hatred survives longer?
That would not be for me to say. I make no excuses for the grudges I bear. Thank you for your help with the Rerir situation. Without your...
You're welcome. I know he's your
friend. He betrayed me. And I never really understood what he was going...
Okay. So... You see? You're torn. Now you know it really...
I need some time.
Of course. I completely understand. Anyone... Actually, I went through something similar myself recently. Something happened that changed...
You mean the Harbingers who still support you, even though you've left the...
Yes. I always thought they were only helping me because Harbingers are forced to work together. But then and even now, they still support me.
Clearly, they view you as a friend.
I feel a little guilty now. I regret not seeing her help for what it was. I see the guilt that you're feeling now, because I feel it too. Hopefully. Have you noticed that the Traveler and Paimon are over there?
Huh. Shall...
Sure. Hello.
Ah! They caught us!
I apologize for making you worry. No doubt you wish to know where I stand on the plan to take down Rev...
You will? Oh, thank you so much!
They needn't be. This was something that I was...
That doesn't matter to them. They're great. You can't control their gratitude. So...
It's nearly showtime.
Habla con Berna,
Let's
dice.
go with the others. You know
Ah,
the
es la de asuntos inacabados otra vez. No, yo quiero la de El eco del destino. Flins, aquí está Flins.
Ah, you're earlier than I expected.
Hey, Flint's! Been waiting here long?
Not too long. I came a little early so I'd have some time.
Are you nervous about the battle?
Quite the opposite. I'm reminiscing. When I was awakened by the Ratniki, I had not touched a weapon in many years. But after waging war against the Wild Hunt for so long, I came to realize my restless flame indicates that somewhere inside of me, there is...
Oh, that doesn't sound like such a bad thing.
Well, in the past, when I was a Fae whose primary concern was hibernation, but it certainly serves me well here in the present. And I am delighted to be able to join...
Looks like I'm not the first.
Ah, Miss Lauma.
Did you sleep okay last?
I struggled to settle down at first, because of the nerves. But don't worry. Please.
Never! Over here!
Aino asked me to relay a message. She said Anefa will be on high alert and keep a close watch over all secondary districts where Meanwhile, Aino herself will provide range support.
Excellent. My thanks to all involved.
The chest set's looking...
It won't hold him much longer. We should be prepared.
No sense sitting around waiting. Let's make the first move.
I agree. Paimon, find a safe hiding place.
Got it! Be careful, Traveler!
I will.
Everyone, take your positions as soon as the battle's... Every ounce of strength we have in our...
Ready?
Let's go.
I've seen all your futile ploys before. You have become the authors of your own.
I wouldn't be so sure about.
You are merely a moment of sport before I tear down the moon.
Dice, derrota al rey cazador de la luna. Vale. Ya tengo a...
You too.
También tengo a la Uma. No.
Observe. Pathetic.
No, güey. Tengo la Aino también.
The moonlight.
Let me help you guys.
Cambia, ¿por qué no cambia? ¿Por qué no puedo cambiar a Aino? No, no puedo.
The moon.
No more down. It all adds up.
It's all
Valió madre, me van a matar.
A grave trip.
Be silent. Observe.
pathetic.
For the everlasting forest.
The mystery unravels.
Me van a matar.
Forest, protect us.
The moonlight betrays you.
Close your eyes. To dust.
Oh, vale, el Prince es fuerte.
No more lies.
Move. It's all futile.
Leave this place.
Hunt them down. The moonlight betrays you.
It all adds up. No more left.
Began with the moon, and so shall
¿Dónde está el
it
relic?
end.
The moon will
Hay que
protect
buscarlo.
you.
Aquí está. Uy, se desapareció.
Steady now.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Do you see now?
Protect us.
Be silent.
From here, when will it be as you foretold?
Water jet!
Oh,
Your foul spirit is not welcome here.
No more lies.
With one heart, we pray. You poor lost lamb.
Beware the creatures of the night.
Go!
Futile.
Can't hide the truth. No more lies.
Hunt them down. Move. Pathetic.
The deception ends here.
se sigue peleando, pinche Nefer. Uy, no, esta no, quería la Uma.
Forest, stay your hand. By the frost moon of old.
Close your eyes. Be silent.
The
Vale, vale. Con este sí hacemos daño con el Prince. Está roto.
Can't hide the truth. Our lost land.
Futile.
With one heart, we pray.
Close your eyes. Are you quite finished? Night falls. Steady now.
Vale, vale.
Hunt them down. Your game of heroics is
Muy
over.
bien. ¿Dónde está el güey? Acá.
Who wants to go first?
Toma. Ya. Ya valió madre.
No! We've been separated.
Valió.
Nefer, where are the others?
Stuck outside the barrier. I guess he really doesn't like us.
I told you before. Knowing too much is always a death
Ya no tengo a
sentence.
Flint ni a Nefer.
Be careful what you wish for.
Ni a Laoma, ya nomás tengo a Nefer y a una Traveler.
Can you hear me?
Silence.
Voices are gone. But at least I know they're still there. We need to focus. Stick to the plan. Remember our most important task. Just stalling him. If I can stall him for long enough, the moment will come.
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Wipe out!
No, este va a estar pelado. No voy a poder.
Water jet!
Seek within. Can't hide the truth. No more lies. The deception ends here. It all adds up. Can't hide the truth.
Oye, tengo que pelear mucho.
Water jet!
It all adds up.
Valió madre. Creo que es sangre. Oh, me mató de un madrazo.
Your death is within my grasp.
The mystery unravels.
Bombs away!
Can't hide the truth. It all adds up.
Pedro, nunca lo voy a poder matar a este güey.
The deception ends here.
Estaba mejor con el Flint.
Wipe out!
No more lies.
Water jet! Bombs away!
The mystery unravels.
No. Me bajo muy poca sangre este güey.
It all adds up.
A menos que esté haciendo algo mal, pero no sé. A los alrededores no hay nada, ¿verdad?
The deception ends here.
Está muy roto este güey. Está muy roto, cabrón.
Can't hide the truth. Seek within.
Es muy débil para este güey.
It all adds up.
Water jet!
Vámonos de aquí.
I've got this.
Ah, mira, tengo... Tengo escudo, güey.
Bombs away! The shield's broken. I can't keep this up.
Don't push your luck.
Only power will it take.
No, güey. ¿Cómo me quitaron al Slince y a la Lauma? No puede ser. Se pasaron de riata. Quitándome esos dos.
Unravels. No more lies.
Water jet!
Can't hide the truth.
Go!
Seek within. No more lies.
Trabajo muy poco, güey.
Wipe out!
Can't hide the truth.
Y luego no le doy.
It all adds up. Can't hide the truth. The mystery unravels.
Destroyed and reborn.
How unfortunate. No more luck.
Water jet! Wipe out!
Can't hide the truth. The deception ends here.
Water jet!
No more lies. Can't hide the truth.
Vale. Valió madre. Agarrar estos. Ya sabemos que tenemos que agarrar estos. Este más. Otro más.
No other way.
¿Dónde hay otro? Uy.
The only way to defeat Rarer is to borrow his own power. That means Columbina will have to disappear while you two bear the brunt of his attack. You have to hold on. Find a way to keep him...
Never! Your eyes are bleeding.
Soon you will be. And then,
But that dust will plague your memory. Come on.
any other tricks up your sleeve? Let's see, as entertaining as they are.
You don't fool me. I have to stoke his rage. Make you fear what you could never defeat. You cannot win the fight.
Well, now it...
You fear the sound of your own name?
Is it us you hate? Or is it what you've become?
Let's see what becomes of you! happening? That power. I've seen it before.
His power is on another level. We'll need to use an alchemical array to convert his power into a usable form. Then quickly channel it into Columbina, rendering her powerful enough to compete with him.
I'll join you. I can help. If I release enough abyssal energy into a confined space, it'll create a potential difference, allowing us to extract a huge amount of elemental energy. Next, I'll synchronize with everyone's minds using pyro, then give you temporary access to their abilities and fields of view. But it won't last long. Can you see?
Well enough.
So, we have a student of Gold Rhine-Daughter in our midst.
How about that?
You use my own power against me?
Just like how you stole Kuvaki. Look familiar?
Don't you realize? You don't have the power to hold that gate open.
I don't, but someone else does.
Goodbye, Rerir.
We won.
Nefer, how are your eyes?
They're fine.
It's not too late.
Let me handle it. Miss Nefer, it's not like you to lose your composure. That was
Reckless how? The situation was critical. Our lives were at stake.
even so. Okay. I guess you're right. In business terms, I suppose that's a huge return on investment.
I'd be hard-pressed to argue other.
Still, I don't like this outcome. People suffer when they make sacrifices they shouldn't have to make. Whether that means faith, I had hoped you could win without...
Thank you.
All done. Don't try and open your eyes just yet. We'll see how you're doing in a couple of days. I'll send full details through Yehoda. For now, my dear friends, we have fought bravely and achieved a spectacular victory.
The moon will remember this day. Thank... There's something I want to let you know.
What is it?
When Durin connected everyone's minds so I could access their powers, I also felt everything and since Nefer's eyes were injured, my eyes are hurt.
Hold...
I only feel the pain, there's no actual damage.
You're right. There's no but I must say, I'm surprised to hear the
Things are a little different now from how.
friends.
Yay! You're awake! How are you feeling? Any aches and pains? Did you sleep well?
I'm doing all right, Paimon.
Phew! Well, that's good. Paimon's been sitting on the edge of the bed worrying about you for ages.
Glad to hear you didn't starve.
Well, it wasn't the same without you there to share it. Honestly, Paimon just can't relax when you're not your usual self.
Well, I'm back to
Oh yeah, and Albedo swung by earlier. He said to tell you to head to the tavern when you woke up. He also dropped off some medical supplies, but you seem fit as a fiddle, so if you're feeling up to it, let's head over now.
Vale. Vamos a la fiesta entonces. El buque insignia. Ah, es aquí. Pensé que era en otro lado.
We're here!
Traveler and Paimon! Perfect timing! We were literally just saying how there's no way we're holding this victory feast without—
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changes, just let me know.
Yep, we're here for you. Anything?
Oh wait, where's Nefer?
How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
Vamos con la Nefer. ¿Dónde está Nefer? Acá está Nefer.
Traveler, Paimon, are you recovering well? Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were mostly recovered after just a couple—
Yeah, but you gotta be careful. Lauma said—
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware.
Yehoda, could I borrow you for a moment?
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go help Lauma for a second.
You bet! Make it act—
Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. Kind of a snake? No, definitely a snake. A poisonous one who spewed his venomous hatred. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open-hearted perspective to your— What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets stripped away? So, if you're worried about me, you can nip that in the bud. It's just— I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. He was— Oh, father. How much better— Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. And yet, he's never brought it up, but I'd bet he feels the same way. Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison. His response was to take on a physical form and approach me, hoping that I could become his— Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. So that's enough for you to decide he's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he decided he lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir any different? It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand it. Liars live in the— They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Good. If you understand that, if you ask me, the soul of a liar really is worth nothing. For example, when something good falls into my lap, I don't go— So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Wow, is that what it looks like? Well, you all know my past now. And I can't simply eliminate when you find yourself in a situation you can't control. The safest play is to keep calm and start monitoring everyone, and if you understand what's at stake, please ensure my secret is safe with you. Very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, Paimon said after all that build-up, our mystery ally never...
Listo, ¿no? Ah, no.
Huh? Am I imagining?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco. Although, now you mention it, he hasn't bothered me in a...
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. He won't lie low forever. So we'd...
Vale, escucha de qué hablan los demás. Vamos a escuchar de qué hablan. Primero Nefer.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous...
Why come and ask me when you clear...
I mostly came to thank...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards?
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor as your...
Huh? Charitable? Who said anything?
Let's see. The first plot of land you
Stop! What do you think you're...
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments. And some of the land you purchased...
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay. You don't like people finding... But I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to keep things under wraps... You did it for Sumeru.
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built something there, it might at least get some use, and disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost... My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food. It was something I looked into. But after discussing things with the Dendro Archon, the tech people handled the tech, and money bags provide...
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you. Everyone says that you view everything in terms of...
So? What's the problem with that? Everyone wants to be rich. It's human nature.
But surely you have dreams of your own.
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest in other people's dreams. Just thinking about it makes...
Thank you.
For the...
And the pendant.
Oh, that. I was just...
Seems like we've both been away from home.
Yeah. So long that...
That would be your mother.
Yeah. Though it's been years. It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but... Memory can be even more ruthless than the most calculating. My sister can't help me now. Slowly but surely her fate...
Not everything will fade. When loved ones pass...
Yeah, that's true. If you ask...
Well, that... Plus, I'm sure that life is much better now than it...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora, a big beautiful house, business is boom. You've got a lot going for you too. Boss of the Curatorium of Secrets?
I appreciate the vote of...
Vamos a hablar con el Barca.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse reactions? If you start...
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm...
What?
You played an indispensable role in the battle for Notcry. Sometimes, when people praise you, it's because you deserve it. The bet...
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an incredible feat of alchemy. The pressure was on, but you...
Thank you. I can't take all the credit, though. Durin played a big part in...
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did work pretty hard to help prepare for the battle.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, Traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need to take any more
Can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to order at a bar now?
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously simple compared to alchemy.
Paimon believes it. You're clearly a fast learner. To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't quite follow.
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student of alchemy, it's hard to grasp the...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvaki. And that gave us... When facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating. So, instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided to help Columbina get strong enough to at least... For this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack, confirm who his main target was, and make... For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But to mitigate the impact of the alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. Then Durin processed it. That power enabled her to do what would otherwise have been nigh...
What surprised me was that Dainsleif actually agreed. Given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're extremely grateful for the decision he made.
It must have been a painful choice to make.
Absolute. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his choice and stuck to it resolutely. Anyway, however you cut it, everyone gave a stellar...
That's the only reason.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized I think this is very important.
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold my teacup.
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold?
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word
Polonia? Please, Seed Lady
Will you still invite me to your next tea party?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled... We just wanted to, you know... Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't... Mostly, because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay. Looks like all your robots are fixed. Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already a write-off. If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this notebook. Whoa! Pretty hefty notebook. You can ignore those. They're just... I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember the distant, dreamlike past. And other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my favorite. If nothing else, it's already set in stone. Huh. Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my... Who else? Pretty much all the Mecha and Fontaine... Wait! Are you saying you know him? Like, I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left. We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, he asked. I honored his request. I mean, I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear. So... that's... I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword puzzles. They're just dumb. Alain's work was like epic poetry. Not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles isn't going to hurt anyone. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his... Alain Guillotin had 2 close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their child... They were all quite competitive, so there was some rivalry between them. But it was a friendly... But beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper. A sense of... Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics. And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, that dream would probably have... But alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full... The first of them to fall under its spell was Renee. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve. It's complicated.
Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for this. Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to, and although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more. But I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. At long last, what do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any price? Or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc? Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. Doesn't surprise me. You share one. The only difference is, your dream came true, and his... Well, I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had a... Anyway, that's enough about Renee. Now, moving on, he managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was purely a tragic accident. After that, the only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had but although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject any form of transcendental knowledge. I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect. Yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. It barely... Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. The Nazissenkreuz Institute, he quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fairy tales that had played such a formative... He told me that the director of the Nazissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales to the children as bedtimes. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by... At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Nazissenkreuz Institute orphanage. While the Fontaine... Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift. This time between members of the... And that is the story of two people from the Nazissenkreuz. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. Even the... I do sometimes wonder what even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, they were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Desires to explore the meaning of life. Ambitions to have a... Or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves within the... But instead, the search for their own salvation took... Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save... The way you said that sounded just like Alain. I asked him the same question back when he gave the exact... No elaboration. Just a quick short answer before getting right back to it. All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want, as long as... Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin.
Vale. Se acabó y se acabaron con eso las misiones de